Hello and welcome to How to Play 10-Point Pitch. There are a number of variations to the game pitch. This video will cover how to play 10-point pitch with 4 players divided into 2 teams. Teammates will sit across from each other. This video will start by teaching you the general concepts and gameplay of 10-point pitch. Then the video will get into more of the details of the game. The video will finish with an example round of pitch. 10-point pitch is played with a regular 52-card deck plus 2 jokers. Each player is initially dealt 9 cards. The cards are dealt in sets of 3. Pitch is a trick-taking game. A trick is created by each player taking a turn playing a card. The winner of the trick is the player with the highest ranking card. Let's go over how the cards are ranked. The cards are ranked with ace being the highest and 2 being the lowest until a trump suit is established. The jokers are also ranked and are marked with one high and the other low. When the trump suit is established, the offsuit jack of the same color becomes part of the trump suit. This jack is known as the jick and ranks just below the jack. The 2 jokers are also considered trump, with the high joker ranking just below the jick and the low joker following. Here are the point cards to be won during a hand. Each card is worth 1 point with the exception of the 3. The 3 card is worth 3 points. The player left of the dealer is first to bid. That player will state how many points he thinks he can win or he can pass on bidding. A player must bid at least 4 to start. The next player then has to bid higher than any previous bids or pass. The dealer must bid 4 if all other players pass. This is known as sticking the dealer. Here is the hand that was dealt earlier. I have flipped each player's cards up so that you can see them. In an actual game, you will keep your cards hidden from the other players. Player B will start the bidding process and decides to pass. Player C has 4 spades, including the 2 highest ranked cards. Player C will bid 4. Player D has a strong club hand when you include the low joker and the jick, which is the jack of spades in this case. Player D bids 5. Player A, the dealer, has to bid at least 6 to take it, but decides to pass. Player D has won the bid at 5. The winner of the bid chooses a trump suit and a redraw back to 6 cards occurs. In our example, player D has determined clubs as trump. The other players will discard non-trump suited cards. Each player other than the bid winner will ask for the amount of cards needed to return his or her hand to 6 cards. Player A is the dealer and gives player B 4 cards, player C 5 cards. Player D is skipped as he won the bid. Player A will take 3 cards. The remaining deck is given to the bidder. The bid winner will go through the remaining deck and take all the trump-suited cards left. He will then discard any non-trump-suited cards. This example game will continue with the cards that were dealt earlier. The player that won the bid is the first to play a card. Only trump-suited cards can be played. Player D leads the ace of clubs, player A plays the 9 of clubs, player B the 7 of clubs, and player C the 2 of clubs. Player D wins the trick with the highest ranking card, but the player that plays the low 2 card gets to keep the point no matter which player wins the trick. The player that won the trick will start the next trick. Player D leads the 5 of clubs. Player A plays the king, player B plays the 8, and player C plays the 10. Player A wins the trick with the highest ranking card. Player A leads the next trick with the 3. Player B plays the queen, player C plays the 4, and player D plays the low joker. Player B wins the trick. By winning the last trick, player B is the first to play but no longer has a trump-suited card. Since only trump cards can be played, player B folds his remaining hand and play moves to player C. The rest of the round goes as follows. Now let's go over how to keep score. At the end of the round, the score is tallied based on the point cards each team won. Team 2 has 8 points with the ace, jack, jick, high and low joker, and the 3, which is worth 3 points. Team 1 has 2 points with the 10 and the 2. The score is kept with a pen and paper. The first team to 52 points wins the game. If a team does not make their bid, their score goes negative by the amount that was bid. For example, if a team bids 5 points but only wins 4 points during the round, that team would lose 5 points. If the loss of points puts the team below 0, they are considered in the hole. If a player bids 10 points, also known as shooting the moon, and wins all 10 points, the team automatically wins the game as long as they are not in the hole. To illustrate this, imagine 2 teams are playing a best-of-3 series. Team 2 is winning the first game 18-12. If Team 1 shoots the moon, the series would be at 1-0 in favor of Team 1. The current game of 18-12 would continue, but would now be considered the second game of the series. If both teams get to 52 or more points after the same round, the team that bid wins, even if the other team has more points. For example, let's say the score is 47-49 in favor of Team 2, and Team 1 got the current bid at 5 points. If during the round Team 1 got 5 points and Team 2 got 5 points, even though Team 2 finishes the game ahead 54-52, Team 1 wins the game since they were the bidders. Remember that the jick, which is the offsuit jack of the same color, is considered trump and should not be discarded during the drawback. If the bid winner has more than 6 trump cards in his hand after going through the remaining deck, non-point cards are discarded face up for all players to see to get the hand to 6 cards. The player who plays the trump-suited 2 card gets to keep it and is awarded the point. Only trump-suited cards can be played. When a player is out of trump, the remaining cards are folded. Player A starts the game by dealing 9 cards to each player in sets of 3. Player B has the first option to bid. Then the option moves to player C, player D, and player A. Player C wins the bid at 4. Player C selects clubs as trump. Each player other than player C discards all their non-trump cards. The dealer gives player B 3 cards, player D 3 cards, and himself 3 cards. The remaining deck is given to player C. Player C goes through the remaining deck and keeps the trump-suited cards. Player C starts the round by playing the ace of clubs. Player D plays the 7, player A plays the 10, and player B plays the 2. Player B keeps the 2 for a point, and the rest of the trick is won by player C. Player C leads the next trick with the king. Player D plays the jick, player A plays the low joker, and player B plays the 6. Player C wins the trick. Player C leads the next trick with the high joker. Player D plays the 3, player A plays the queen, and player B plays the 8. Player A wins the trick. Player A leads the next trick with the 4. Player B plays the 9, player C plays the jack. Player D is out of trump cards and folds. Player C wins the trick. Player C leads the 5. Player A and player B fold with no more trump cards. Player C wins the trick. Here are the point cards each player won during the round. Team 1 has 9 points with the ace, jack, jick, high and low joker, 10, and 3. Team 2 has 1 point with the 2. Team 1 leads the game 9-1. This wraps up how to play 10-point pitch. As with most things, you will get better with practice, so don't be discouraged if it takes a few games to catch on. Thanks for watching.